Hi guys, my name is Misha and I'm the Managing Director of Shpilli-Villi Engineering from Russia, St. Petersburg. The company you know of this, our own customer product, the Juke-R. But first, before I tell you about the car and the company, I will tell you about 3 misconceptions that we have about this car. First, it's not the original Nissan Juke-R. It's something we built completely by ourselves. Second, you've seen lots of footage that we did with this car, lots of events. So, for example, drifting, gymkhana, shows, racing, drag racing, in a very different livery. But still, it's still one car. We did everything with one car. And third, it runs on all types of fuel, but no vodka, because we drink it ourselves to make crazy ideas, crazy car like this. So, about the car. Well, basically it's a Juke-R. We took a Juke, we took a GT-R, we put the two together, and something turned out something like this. Performs pretty well, and I think we did a pretty good job. A lot of people ask us where the idea came from. Well, initially, as you all know, the Nissan as a company themselves made a Juke-R, and they offered to a customer. Before that, we had an idea to build a crazy car, and the idea was to build a BMW X3 with the E92 engine, M3, so with a lot of hooning action involved. But then Nissan came and they built something crazy like that, and we looked at it and we thought, hey, I think we can do it better and cheaper, because as you know, Nissan is asking about $600,000. Well, we can do it for a lot less than that. And the Nissan's own Juke-R is using the first generation GT-R engine and drivetrain, which has 485 brake horsepower. This baby here has about 800 plus 200 horsepower short of NOS when we need it. So cheaper, faster, and I know some owners of original Nissan Juke-Rs, and I can say it's not only cheaper and faster, it's also more reliable and more interesting. So I think, yeah, we did a better job. No offense, Nissan, we still love you, we love your cars, but we can make them a bit better. So, what have we done to this car to achieve this awesome performance? Well, some basic engine tuning, because as you already know, the VR38 DETT engine from GT-R is a very potential engine, so we don't really need to do a lot about it. So we just mounted some other turbos, VF37 from a Subaru. Yes, Subaru fans, we love you too, you have awesome products. But it wasn't our goal to make huge numbers of performance, because when we built this car, we didn't know how it would perform on the track, because we shortened it with 27 centimeters, about this, with the wheelbase of a GT-R. So it became shorter. We didn't know if it would be stable. We had to glue the drive shafts together. We didn't know if it would hold together. Well, as a whole, we didn't know how it would perform, because maybe it would run like shit. But it turned out it ran pretty well. We won lots of events with it. We won lots of drag races with it. We even came second in Gymkhana last year in Madrid, where we performed against Ken Block and a lot of other guys. So yes, it turned out pretty well. But it turned out so well that it fueled our passion to chew the bubblegum even louder and kick the ass even harder, and to build even more kick-ass cars. So for next year, we're preparing 2 more Juke-Rs. One of them will be focused purely on drag racing, because as you know, we participate a lot with drag racing. The story of this car started at Moscow Lim 500, where we kicked Bugatti Veyron's ass, the fastest car in the world back at that point. Today, in 2014, and for next season of 2015, we're not the fastest anymore. This car has still about 800 horsepower, but a lot of cars performing about 1800 horsepower, 1000 horsepower more. So we'll have to build something better to surprise the audience and our competitors. So we're coming up with something about from 1600 until 2000 horsepower version Juke-R with less kilograms. So you can guess it will be perform a lot better. The second car that we will be building is also a Juke-R, but we like the Gymkhana story so much that we want to build a completely Gymkhana oriented car, because we love Ken Block. He's a cool guy, but we think we can do a bit better than him with the Juke-R. So basically this car is lacking manual transmission, so a manually operated clutch and a hydraulic handbrake, which is essential to do gymkhana drifting. So for all those guys out there who are saying, oh, these guys cannot drift, blah blah blah, well, try it yourself with the automatic gearbox and drifting against the best athletes in the world. But next year we will be back with a specially gymkhana oriented Juke-R. So let's move away from the Juke-R and focus a bit more on the company, because we're the guys who are behind it. So I'd like to tell you more about us. Shpilli-Villi Engineering. What does this mean? It doesn't mean penguin in Russia or something. It means engineering. And why the penguin, would you ask? Well, just look at the cartoon of Madagascar and look at those awesome penguins. They're freaking funny and they're building awesome things, like us. But one misconception that lots of people have about the company is that we're only building Juke-Rs. No, it's not. Our company slogan is, your limitations are our limitations. So meaning, we can do whatever you want. If you want us to build your crazy airplane, whatever. It will take us a bit longer, but we can do it if you have the means for it. And a lot of Russians do have it. We don't only have the Juke-R or Juke-Rs, we also have a lot of other crazy cars, such as for example Lamborghini Gallardo twin turbo, Audi RS6 with 1000 horsepower. Some also more affordable cars like Nissan Silvia S14 to be able to drift and have fun in the weekends, Mitsubishi Evo, Maybach, and some crazy, well, to be disclosed projects. I don't really want to talk a lot about it, but well, it's some exclusive video I'm making for Ultimate Car Selection, so there you have it. A BMW X1 with E92 power engine, full on rear wheels, a lot of hooning action. And some other car, a BMW M6 E69 with manual transmission, ESS supercharger, about 700 to 800 horsepower and lots of steering angle, so we'll be drifting a lot with this car. But the Juke-R is the only car that you know us of. And why is that? Well, because we're a busy company, we also have to service lots of other customer cars in the meantime, and we cannot be everywhere at one place while we try it. And finally, because everyone loves the Juke-R, and that's why we'll keep bringing it to all kinds of places to keep people happy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, keep an eye out for kick-ass projects in the future. So there you have it, guys. Basic information about the crazy car and the company behind it. So I'd like to thank Ultimate Car Selections for making this awesome video, and especially like to thank you guys for watching it and supporting us and keeping track of all our adventures. And if you want to know more about the company and the car, check out our website, Juke-R.com. And if you want to check out our footage on the go, subscribe to our Instagram account, SV Engineering. Thank you. Спасибо и до свидания.